My name is Jody Fath, and I'm currently the alumni coordinator here at NAIT. But prior to that, I spent about a good 11 months traveling around the world. I think what happens to most people when they arrive at a new destination, whether they get off a bus, a plane, or a train, you're usually shocked by your surroundings and you're looking around not paying attention to your items. So always trying to keep your bags really close to you. Another really great tip that we share with everyone all the time is about taking taxi cabs in foreign countries. If there's two people traveling together, the best thing to do is have one person remain in the cab while the other person goes with the driver and opens up the back and takes out baggage, and then wait for the other person to get out. A lot of times what will happen is both people get out of the cab and the driver takes off with your bags. If you're taking a lot of buses, particularly in a country like South America, a good thing to do is get a rice bag for your backpack and just put it on your bag. And when you throw it under the bus, it looks like every other article underneath. A lot of times what they'll do is stop along the highway to pick other people up, and when they open up the baggage carrier, there will be people there waiting to steal bags. And tourist bags always look a lot different than what's normal in the country, so your bag's likely to go missing a lot quicker. If you're looking for something like a working holiday visa, there's certain restrictions. Typically they're given to people 30 years and under, and the three most popular countries for that would be Australia, New Zealand, and the UK. Australia and New Zealand are extremely easy to get. You can apply online, pay your fee, and within 24 hours they send you an email with your visa number. So it's really quite easy. The one for the UK is a little bit more difficult. You actually have to send in birth certificates, marriage license, passports. You actually also need bank statements to prove that you have enough money when you first come into the country to support yourself. And these visas are not meant to be permanent full-time working visas. It's more to supplement your holiday. You can either go through temp agencies or look in the local papers on the internet. And if you're a little bit uncertain about doing a lot of the legwork on your own, you can sign up with different companies such as Travelers Express, who will help you obtain visas, come into the country, find a place to stay, and get work. So it just depends on your level of comfort. If you're looking at hostels, some of the pros are if you're staying by yourself, if you're traveling alone, it's really great. It's a good way to meet people. It's fairly secure. They always have events going on in the evening, so if you're uncomfortable going out on your own, they always have a large group of people that you can join up with. So that's really nice. It's a good way to meet people. The other thing is they usually have a lot of extra services. Sometimes they'll have a rec room, a kitchen, maybe they have movie rentals, and you can use those services once you pay to stay there. Some of the cons are it can typically be noisy, and you're usually sharing a washroom with a whole floor of people, so if you like to have your privacy, you might want to stay somewhere different like a hotel. Another alternative accommodation is to check out a website called couchsurfing.com, and it's basically a website of people all over the world in different cities who have profiles with information about themselves, and they'll let you stay in your home. And a lot of people are really nervous about this, but my husband and I did this about 10 times, stayed with 10 different families all over the world, and it was the best way to experience the culture in all the different cities. People cooked meals for us, they toured us around the city. It's any kind of accommodation they can provide you. Sometimes we slept on couches, sometimes we had our own rooms, sometimes we had a maid looking after us for a whole week. So it was a very different experience, and it's safe. We've met several people through it. You have to leave online references for the people that you stay with. So if you're looking at staying with someone, you can email some of their references to see what the person is like. Couchsurfing monitors their website. If they have any concerns about anybody who's on there, they'll send out emails or stop that person's profile so that they can't be a member anymore. So it's just a great way to experience culture. I think couchsurfing is by far the best experience that we had in our trip. just meeting all different kinds of people. We stayed with a family in Lima, Peru, and they were extremely poor, but they were so genuine and just wanted to have us in their home. And we tried to help the lady cook dinner. We went out grocery shopping and bought groceries for them, and she wouldn't let us help her cook dinner, but her husband worked for a printing press, and he printed leaflets for medication packages, and then she brought them home and folded them up into stacks of 50 and put elastics around them, and that was her job. So instead of having us bother her in the kitchen, she sent us upstairs and taught us how to count to 50 in Spanish and put these leaflets in piles. So that was a really interesting experience.